Hey everyone, it's Ethan. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. I've been busy with school and the topic I'm about to post today, chess. So I played in a norm tournament, uh, ranging from 2 weeks ago to a week ago, and it went great. I got 6.5 out of 9, and I got one win and one draw against the Grandmaster. So very good tournament. But unfortunately, no, on 7, I lost to 2100, and I kind of had to either win or draw that game. So that was the low point of my tournament. But there were many great points. And starting off, game that I won. In on one, I beat Grandmaster Aldo Escobar Ferrero. He is a Grandmaster from Colombia, and he has represented Colombia at Olymp at Olympiads 4 times. So yeah, very strong player. All right, let's get into the game. So he usually plays this line in the database. So I played knight f6. That's a cool side line that I've found to avoid the check over. And but also here, he was free to do whatever he wanted, and he decided to do queen f3. I've never seen that move before. And as you can see by the engine, it is not a very good move. I think it's just trying to get me out of theory, which makes sense. Now I played e6, but the best move here is actually g6. Now this is white can try to get a Yugoslav attack, but or Yugoslav structure, but the queen is horribly misplaced on f3. So let's just do bishop b3, castle, and and black should not be have already equalized here. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty good for me. I don't normally play the dragon, but here it's actually preferred. So now knight to 6. The engine evaluates this as an inaccuracy, but I like this move because it forces him to strengthen my center. He has to take it because let's say he goes bishop b3. I take, he takes black, I go e5. He does something like knight b3, knight e5 to be good for me. Let me just confirm. It's actually slightly better for him, but knight, oh, b5 here. Yeah, that makes sense. I have plenty of space, so this should be fine. Okay, all logical moves. Here I played bishop c5. The engine doesn't say it's a mistake, but I think it's a mistake now. I should have gone d4, knight e2, e5. Like the bishop has better places to be from c5. And here I can strengthen my center with c5. Maybe we go a5 to develop my light squared bishop. And honestly, I take black here. And so the engine. Let's see, he had queen c3, I did d4. Here I played e5 because if I do something, let's just say a5, he's going to go e5 himself, and I don't like this. Huh. Oh, he goes this bishop f4, actually. Yeah, I was going to go e5, but bishop f4 is better. But, and now I go a5 to activate my light square bishop. And, let's see, knight c3, g6. And I'm going to say one weakness I have against stronger players is the urge to offer a draw. I made that mistake a few times. I even thought about offering a draw somewhere around here. I thankfully did not. Now, bishop f1, I thought for a while here, and I played bishop c8. Exchanging is actually probably slightly better. Doesn't waste time, but I just thought my last good bishop had more of a future than his, but that's not entirely accurate. At the very least, I could have improved my knight, and that's why I mentioned first, not a fake. So, queen up, queen to 6 rook f8, bishop b3, knight at f6, queen e2. So, yeah, this is actually the point where it's all about offering a draw. The best move here is pawn takes f6, and I saw it during the game, because I figured if he just attacks my rook, and how do I make progress? Like, he can always bail out on a draw. Let's see what the engine says here. It's equal, yeah. I don't think I have to take with the rook, maybe but the engine likes the most. I have either just a cool thing. This, it looks like white shouldn't be winning here, but he is, because I just can't defend on my piece of all he can. So, yeah. I was going to offer draw if he took, but he played bishop c4, which is not the best move. Because the reason for taking is because this bishop now gets a future. Well, now it's just passive. Knight c5, c3, d3. All right. So if you want to pause the video here, why can't white take the pawn? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So if you figured out bishop takes c3, knight takes c3, now queen takes c3, queen takes f2, black is winning here, and if he takes with the rook, bishop a6 is winning for me. So he played queen e3, which is the best move. Now I had a choice between bishop a6 and bishop g4. So I played bishop a6, but bishop g4 is actually the best move. My calculations were this. I thought to myself, okay, I'm probably better here, but that doesn't look as good as bishop a6. But what I missed was rook to b8. And now he really doesn't have a good square for his rook. Like say rook d2, rook f3, and now rook takes c3 should be crushing. Let's see if he where else does he move the rook to? I don't think there's a square. Yep. Knight f1, I'm pretty sure I can just take the rook. I don't. Oh, why can't I? Okay, I can just take the rook. I thought there was some weird engine line, but I'm still better. But I played bishop a6, which is the second. Let me touch on the phone. I'm pretty sure it's the second best. Yeah, it's the between second and third. So I took it. Now before this is what I calculated. I figured he had to go before because otherwise I'd go rook d8 and yeah, this pawn is too strong. And I rook d8 like 96. That's his pawns are going to fall while mine is a nuisance. So now knight b3, rook b1, knight d4. So yeah, this was all expected. Queen takes a2, bishop a3. Alright, I posted this tactic on my Instagram story, and yeah, y'all probably already seen it, so I'm just going to play it. Rook to a3. Now, if queen f1, rook takes e3 wins. He can't take it because of knight f3. And if he tries rook d2, knight f3 also wins. Also here, I had to think about, I thought I was missing something here, but turns out he was the one that blundered. So, yeah, I don't know why I did that, sorry. Alright, and that was the first round game. I was extremely happy with my win against the Grandmaster. And also for context, I played in a Norm Invitational about a year ago, and I had a horrible start, 0.5 out of 3, and not a great ending either, 3 out of 9. So I was very happy to win a game, which I didn't win a single game in my other Norm tournament, so I already figured this was going to be much better. And thankfully, I was right. So let's see. I do it without computer analysis because I just think it's more instructive. Yeah, let's see. Top PGM. All right, so round 2, I played National Master Audit Bhatia. He's another very strong player. He had a great tournament too. He let's see, he drew an international master and beat a grandmaster and gained a total of 40 some points. So yeah, he had a great tournament too. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna gain a lot more FIDE. So let's see. I was already surprised here. I prepped for the Slav. I'm not gonna show my actually sure I'll show my prep. Yes. No, Queen C2 was first. Bishop E6, I'm pretty sure it's B3. That's learning Bishop B2. Oh, wait, no, it's Bishop to E2 first. And now yeah. It's like a French book, Black's gotten, but it's a French scholars reverse Black's gotten rid of my bad bishop. So yeah, this is fine for me. So she played the Queen's Gambit declined, and honestly, I prefer to play against the QGD. Now let's see. So I was kind of worried he's going to go an early H6. Like here, I I'm the thing I was much more worried about it. H6, and he did that a bit later, and that was not successful. So yeah, Bishop H4 and Bishop F4 knight H5, that's good for him. And if I go back, he goes rook E8, castle, he goes knight E4, and he gets the favorable exchange in the Queen's Gambit declined, as well as the strong knight on E4. So yeah, I like the line he played out pretty cool with that. And now H6, Bishop F4. Okay, now I play knight 5. This is actually a blunder. If okay, y'all probably already saw the answer, but if you didn't, take some time to solve it. All right, so if you if you saw knight takes c5, great job. The reason this works is because if he takes it, bishop c7 chops the queen. By the way, as a bonus, if he goes a random move like a5, knight b5 wins. Pretty cool tactic. Again, for the same reason. But he also obviously saw that, so he took on a 4. And I didn't like the double pawn, so I just took back with the knight. My other move was taking on e7 with the bishop, but pretty sure the engine likes taking with the knight more. Knight 6, bishop c4, bishop d6. And now I want to go knight e3, but I didn't like bishop f5, so I just played the clever knight g6. And now let's see. Took, queen b3. Okay, I was actually kind of worried I messed up here. So I thought queen b3 was a mistake, but it's actually not a mistake. So I was worried about bishop takes e5, but the engine said it did not need to be. Queen c3, knight d7. Even though I have double pawns, this is still great for me. I don't know why I was worried about this. Thankfully, he did not play that, and instead, he gave me a chance to play a nice tactic. And here, I did not take back on d4. I took on f7. He took back, knight takes d4, queen e7. And if he takes my knight, queen takes b7 works. By the way, if he tries to move the queen, I just take his bishop and take his pawn, and now I win the exchange anyway. And if you resigned, this game was technically miniature. I was very happy. 2 out of 2 going into this tournament. All right, so um, let's just do some general lessons. I forgot to do that last game. So try to play aggressive moves early on. Because h6, bishop f4, that's gonna cause me some problems. And make sure if you have a drop piece that is semi-attackable, obviously I can't attack it now, but if these nine pawn were not here, I could. So just be careful. Don't give me the opportunity to play that tactic. And finally, yep, don't assume your opponent has to play the automatic move. I was not going to take there, I saw. And I take so 7 long advance. So, and if your opponent has a ton of loose pieces, look for a tactic. So bishop takes 5 is even the best move. What is it then? Like maybe queen e7 or rook b8? Okay, yeah. Yeah, rook b8, that's one of the top moves. Alright, now let me actually go to my profile real quick. Because I should have done recap for that one. So I'll say just don't try to trick someone into an untheoretical line, because generally those sidelines are not very good. Yeah, don't worry too much when your opponent throws you off. Just play logical moves. It's unlikely you'll get into a losing position really quickly. Let's see. Yeah, when your opponent plays on the king side, attack, or the queen side, attack in the center. Yeah. Ask yourself if a move like bishop c5 actually fits in with the plan, and if it doesn't, don't play it. I didn't even know what my plan was here, but yeah, my plan should have been center expansion, and bishop c5 does not fit in with that. Um, so let's see, play, like if you have an inactive piece and you can activate it, go for it. And now here, the same rule applies for your opponent. If they can, don't be afraid to um give open up a file for the opponent to ever give yourself a weak pawn if that bishop can spring, if one of your previously inactive pieces can do a lot of damage here. Because this, yeah, I would not have been super happy with that. I may have just accepted a repetition here. And when your opponent makes a mistake, take advantage of it. Again, never assume your opponent has to play the automatic move. Like, or you have to play the automatic move, actually. Like, I don't have to go rook f3, I could have just gone rook f8. And rook that's not a good spot to move to. And yeah, finally, um, let's see, don't allow your opponent to play a tactic. And if a strong player blunders, they blundered. Their rating doesn't make bishop e3 a good move, but even very strong players make mistakes from time to time. So don't be afraid. Calculate and take advantage of it. So that was to make up on my two games. Let's go back. Yeah, tournament feels like yesterday, man. I also got to see my grandfather in that tournament, and we had an amazing time together. I not gonna I missed that tournament. Let's see. Copy PGN. All right, so this was my game against FIDE Master June Marco Cruz Mendez. So another very strong player. He was an FM rated 2279 FIDE and about 2300 USCF. So when I prepped for him, he was a very aggressive player, and he did try to play aggressively here. See, I was very surprised by Bishop E2. I haven't prepped for that in a while, but I know the general theory. Also here, I don't know why, but Bishop E6, that's an okay move, actually. In fact, it's the best move. I just didn't know what to do after knight d5. Again, I played the best move here. Honestly, just play logical moves. Don't panic if your opponent surprises you, because panicking never helps. This is all okay. Let's see for it. And now, yeah, y'all saw this on my story. He played g4, which is not the best move. My original plan was to go knight e8. If you want to figure out why that's not a great move, it is bishop d5, by the way. If you want to figure out why that's not a good move, try to figure it out. Right. So if you said h4, good job. And if you just want to enjoy the show, I'll probably provide the calculation. So, and here I cannot take it because of g5. Obviously, if I take that, I'm going to take 7 as mate and 1. So I'm losing a piece. And after h4, I do not have a ton of space. He's cramping me. But thankfully, I saw some much more active e4. Now here, queen d1 is actually the best move. He played queen d4, which makes a lot of sense, but it does not work due to tactics. After queen d1, let's see, knight e5, maybe rook c1. Let's see what the best move here is. I definitely like black due to the weak light squares and the strong knight, but not saying anything concrete here. Oh, I can take the pawn. Wow. I can also play some more reserve. H6, knight 7, bishop g5. That works too. My previous idea can work. I don't know why knight e8 isn't recommended. Oh, okay, interesting. Queen d4 works there. But yeah, like I said, queen e1 is the correct move. He played queen d4. Now I played knight e5. But you want to go. Now I played rook takes c4. So obviously, if he takes it, knight f3 is a fork here. So he played queen d1. And here I thought for a while actually, knight d3. I couldn't find anything better than knight d3, but something told me I had something better. However, that impulse was not correct, and thankfully I still played the best move. And now I was telling myself during the game, Ethan, you're better, but don't relax. That my last known tournament when I got some better positions, but I often messed them up. So I wanted to make sure I didn't repeat that, and I didn't. So yeah, I actually missed the cool idea of queen c8. I I just missed the picture on queen h3. Just I can't now makes a ton of sense. Although it is a bit slow. So queen 7, not the best one, still better. And I played rook c8, queen f5. Okay, now I took on g1. So the other idea behind queen f5 is just that rook c1 does not work immediately, but it might. Let me think. Why didn't I go g6? I mean, I can. It probably transposes rook c1, but that's the reason why. Oh yeah, rook g. Oh yeah, he just moves rook away, and he's got rook c1. So the text one is the right move. And knight d4, g6, bishop h6. Okay, this is a mistake. I was not expecting that move, but another mistake actually is knight d4. During the game, I was worried about this, and I thought maybe I was missing something, but no, Vincent says this was the best continuation. I'll show you. So reference, yeah, knight a5, and the thing is, I don't have a great way to defend the pawn. I was going to play knight f6 here, actually, because b6, he goes knight c6. I don't like that I gave him c6. Rook b8, give rook c1. Actually, honestly, I may, no, I'm still better, just not by much. Yeah, I was going to do this, but thankfully he did not do that. Now I am pretty comfortable here. What did I think I missed something here. I don't know what. Let's see. Queen takes a5. Queen takes a5. Knight takes d5. Okay, I definitely saw that. I didn't. I think I just didn't want to. What do on here? What's supposed to move this? Or d1? Okay, it is. Yeah, I had to have missed something here. It's not queen takes a5. Maybe it was rook c5. Uh, okay. Rook c5 is a top move, but bishop f8 is also a top move, so queen e8 was surprising. I don't entirely get that move. Maybe it just gives you queen e4 possibilities, but I like bishop f8 here. It's smoother. Now I took the queen. Yeah, now I'm up a clean pawn and he has weak pawns. Again, I had to tell myself this. Ethan, you're not winning yet. And yeah, I think I converted pretty smoothly here. I didn't go to some immediately because of king c2. I didn't like that. I did not want to risk a knight endgame because I'm horrible at knight endgames. Now king c2, knight e2, all good. Yeah, I did some nice maneuvering to win a second pawn before king e7. Yeah, first I thought he might draw this, but then I found out before knight d5. So yeah, this is easily winning. And pure resigned. Knight c5. I actually had to think for a while here. I didn't want to play a passive move, but then I thought anything else gives the white king like a5 is king c4, and I thought there's a chance I could mess it up, so I just played it safe. And there's not here because h5, h4, yeah, not really a good way to stop it. Let's just do some recap. Um, yeah, don't play too aggressively if the position doesn't call for it. Like there's nothing to indicate a kingside attack. Like I think he should have just castled here and put on the king side. I mean queen side. Because that's where he has more space. Play g4, and when your opponent plays these overextending moves, punish them. That happened twice. I punished someone who tried to attack on the king side by attacking the center. So always gotta see those tactics. And don't play the move just because it looks active. Always have move backed up by calculation. And yeah, don't doubt yourself. If you often simplifying is correct, that's one reason I played 93. The other reason is just he could get a kingside attack, but without the g1, it's kind of hard. Let's see, maybe yeah, I could have just seen that resource, like just get active pieces if you can. Um, let so yeah, again, exchange pieces, and yeah, I don't really have a ton of comments after that, so yeah, just play it safe. Play it if you're easily winning. Don't give yourself an opportunity to mess things up. Just play it safe. So that was my game. 3 out of 3. I was extremely happy about it. And by the way, I got 3 out of 9 on my other norm tournament. Sorry, I just love comparing my previous self to my current self, and I was feeling amazing. So the next day, I'm only gonna do 5 rounds because it's getting late for me, and I don't want to stay up that late. Actually, no, I'm gonna do 6 because one of them is just a quick draw, and not obviously we didn't prearrange it, but it wasn't. It wasn't super notable. So, my first loss of the tournament was white. Interestingly enough, I played better as black just because as white, my opponents all got out of theory, and I think it hurt them more than it hurt me because I'm not great on openings. So, like getting me out of theory isn't going to hurt me a ton. So, yeah, William Hernandez Gonzalez, he is an international master from Cuba, rated almost 2,600 USCF. And yeah, he played a very nice game against me. I think my mistakes are for move 5. Next three, I don't think the instance it's a mistake, but it made my game a lot harder to play. Yeah, here a3. I don't even know why I didn't play that. I even saw another master play it. I thought I was being super smart with my third after d5. I didn't go a3 because he takes on c4. I don't know. Yeah, I can swing the pawn back, but I guess yeah, the I guess I'd say the effect is kind of the same as the game, just passive bishop. Yeah, it definitely would have been better off the board than where it was. So now b6, a3, bishop b7. I saw bishop to a6 here, and I was a little bit worried about that. So I decided to go e4. I figured I shouldn't have an advantage, but I thought it was the best move. The engine says no, Ethan, take on d5. But yeah, I just didn't want to play a Carlsbad structure with this. Sorry, not obviously not e5. You can take back. I just didn't want to play a Carlsbad structure with this horrible bishop, but it's playable. Now this is also playable, but it gives him more. It makes it easier for him to attack me. So b3, c5, bishop c3. All right, he took on d4. I took with the bishop, which is not correct. I don't. I even saw that I could just do this if he takes up the knight, but or if he goes 95, that's what I mean. I don't know. I didn't take this knight actually, and even like knight b5, that makes sense. I thought just taking on the bishop, a bishop has more places to attack, but really it just makes it more vulnerable because knights generally want your bishop from a long distance and knights in the center. So knight c5, it didn't take me long to realize I had to take it with the bishop. If I do this, yeah, his bishop is attacking my knight, his knight is attacking my bishop. I don't really have to move here. Knight d2, but then there's like rook d8, maybe even queen d4. Oh yeah, I'll just go with d8. I mean with d8, not with d8. And let's see, I'm minus 3.5 here. I knew this was bad for me looking at it. I didn't know it was that bad. So yeah, I took with the bishop. Also, if I take the knight, kind of the same thing. He's gonna take on f3, and my position is not pleasant. So yeah, we're doing queen c7. I took on f6. This was my idea. I wanted to make f7 but looser, so that's why I put the check in. And yeah, he played a4. Very annoying move for me because now I'm going to have some weak pawns. Now rook a4. Now he did some amazing rook maneuvers that I completely missed. Rook a7, queen a8. I think the best move is actually knight a5, but I thought h3 is the best move. I just missed rook a7 here. Knight actually it's not knight e5, it's h4. Because the idea is to go for a kingside attack. Now you go knight e5. Now if he goes rook a7, which ends is the game g4, that's gonna be good for me. Or it's gonna be equal for me. Because g5, g6 is the idea. That's not something I'd expect a human to see. This idea of g3 makes more sense. But h3, rook a7, now rook b3. I just completely forgot he could take the pawn. I'm still not. Then not gonna call it a mistake, but in my mind, that's just causing my mind to go crazy. Now here, I should have just taken it. I missed rook a7 again. Yeah, I just not. I was just shaken by his other moves. So I just couldn't concentrate. Now queen c6, that's a bad move. g4 again. Yeah, also you can go king g2, which is better than h2. Because the bishop can't check it and it defends up too. So yeah, here I'm now queen d6. I just missed the simple king g8. I saw it after I played it, but that does not help me at all. So sometimes you just have to make the exchange. You have to admit that you've made a mistake, and despite the fact that you normally shouldn't exchange pieces when you're down material, this is good for me because the knight is not as good as the bishop. And okay, I can probably hold this. Maybe yeah, king g1. If you take on c4, rook c7, then I win. Oh, not rook c7, queen d6. Okay. Oh, rook c7 is queen c1, queen f4. Along with I think rook b8. Queen c1, queen 4, king c1. Oh, actually, rook b8 should be fine too. Yeah. So queen d6, not an easy move to see if you're playing on autopilot, but I probably would have played that in the game. I'm wondering, viewers, if you're a competitive chess player, do you play better in a game than you would analyzing it? For some reason, I actually do. I just put more effort in while playing a game. Um, yeah, queen d6, king g8, yeah, rook b1, there's queen a2, and that rook b1 is not a good move. I thought there's no way. I thought I had to defend this too, but really, it's not crazy important. Like, okay, queen a1. And bishop doesn't have a square besides a 4 to move to. The bishop d4, I go rook a5. And okay, queen b2, this you just take and take on c5. Queen b1, you just take on d4. So I could maybe hold this, probably not, but it's part of them definitely unholdable position I got. All right, so now so you just played a very nice idea. Now c3, rook c4, and now I saw the idea, but it's too late. The idea is to get the queen and rook on the back rank. He's starting mate in 1, so I have to go g4, h2, and yeah, this is just your game. And I resigned here because queen d1, h4, no way to give a check. So yeah, I resigned. Let's just recap. Also here, just don't try to do something super clever. Yeah, just play moves that make sense, like a3. Let's see. You can do e4, but just be prepared to play with your opponent attacking you. Always put your knights in the center, keep your bishops a little short, long range, I guess. That's what I'm gonna say. This is working in the game. I'll say biggest thing, don't panic here. I thought I was messing up left and right, but I actually wasn't. So until this position, like I could just take the rook here, maybe queen c6. Oh, let's see. Oh, one of my sons messaged me. Okay, so yeah, he chose the Nimzo Indian, which is another thing I do not play. I just don't feel comfortable memorizing this theory, but I think it's and maybe the most solid line. But let's get back to the video. So, all right, rook a7. Now to here, I can just take the rook maybe. Queen, no, not queen one, because okay, one. You always I think, yeah, I don't think it's going to take the rook. And yeah, here queen c6, so takes b7. And also just if exchange your bad pieces for your opponent's good pieces, even if you're worse. And also that's the end of the game. He played a very nice game. I unfortunately he gave me my first loss and I gave him his first win. He drawn us over 3 games, so I was not super happy about the loss, but I'm recuperated and I'd say I had a pretty good finish, except for on Zephyros. I will cover it in my second video. And yeah, after his game with me, he started to boost his performance too. I think he got one against the Grandmaster in round 8. So let's see, this is a very quick game. I'm just not even gonna bother putting it on the study board. Neither of us made any mistakes. So this is one I was worried about, bishop b5, bishop d7. Now a4, he did this against me before, and I went crazy prepping for it this time. Yeah, this is all normal stuff. So maybe bishop d4. I don't need to know if that's supposed to move, but I like it because gave bishop outside the pawn chain. There's also g6 if you want that too. Yeah, I prepared for that, but he played this line. I'm not as scared of it. Um, so yeah, d4. This is all normal stuff, and now I figured he was either going to grind me down or we just exchange some pieces. And here, let's see, what was I worried? Yeah, worried about I was worried about something like h4 here. Probably like here, because now my queen can't do anything. Because h4, h5, maybe even on g3. King G2 or H1. I was a little bit worried about that. Looking at it now, his attack isn't actually that fast, so I could try to change pieces and get counterplay on the C file, but he's not that, so I don't have to worry about it. Rook C7, Rook C3, Rook F3, and they just the night before here. I can't do it now because he takes my knight, takes my knight. So here he offered me a draw, and I just accepted here. I'm not gonna win this endgame. Yeah, a draw against someone who's beaten you previously, that felt great. So now round 6, that I was feeling amazing after that round because I swindled an FM. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm not. I'm definitely not 20 points stronger than him. My FIDE is just much closer to my OCF than his is. So let's see. I was playing FM. CJ Arvind. He's a BMS from India, and yeah, he's 2283 USCF. Very strong player, and he surprised me after I did a semi offbeat line, and yeah, he was up front of me. So this is I love the silence black. It just forces an early exchange, and on my terms, he doesn't get to go bishop c5, so I just take it. Take the bishop f4, and I go c6 here. I had a training game with a friend, and yeah, they played the nice bishop to g5, and I just decided I don't want that stuff. That's the whole reason I go a6, so I just play that now. And yeah, 97. I normally play it here, but queen f3, that's not a standard move. More common are bishop g3 or taking the bishop. But here knight f6 makes much more sense. Like you're controlling these two squares. And castle, rook e8. Yeah, this should be good for me. Yeah, I was just used to playing my normal theory that I didn't even think about his moves. Now h4, I wasn't sure what to do, so I just play h5. I mean, it makes sense. Like, they get to h5. The prince, I can actually take on f4, which to me doesn't make a ton of sense, because that's just giving him what he wants. So queen c7, that's another move. That makes more logical sense. Now let's see. Yeah, h5, I played bishop e3. And here I played queen to b6. He took a while to play this move, and I didn't even see it. Rook b1. Like, how did I miss such an obvious move? You can even do this. My calculation was I win either the exchange or a pawn, but he has compensation. Obviously not that. He has compensation here because let's see. Yeah, my queen is trapped. My dark cards are horrible. My king can't really castle. So, yeah, he could have done this too, but I like his idea for b1. Yeah, he is a positional genius, let's say. So I thought now I had to think for a while here. If anyway I didn't calculate queen ten, it's because of bishop to g4. So I eventually decided to do that. Like, I got my bishop into play, and I gave him f4, but at least I got my pieces developed. And now he was kind of hitting me on all fronts. Like, he can play on any side of the board he wants to. He kind of played on both, which normally would be horrible, but my pieces are just so inactive they can't do anything. So when I won a game I was completely losing, I was very happy. And that kept my norm chances alive. So for context, you have to get 7 out of 9 to norm, and I had 3.5 out of 5, so that means 2.5 out of 4. Unfortunately, I did not get that because of a loss I'll talk about in a later video. But it was still amazing to win this game. So king f2, maybe knight c4 is a bit better. I'm not entirely. Okay, they did behind queen d7 was to go bishop to f5, but knight c4 is probably a little bit better. Let me confirm them. Actually, queen 7 was the best move. knight c4, this I didn't do it because he can take it and he gets a big center. And knight c3, I played f6. Like I just a4, that's a good move. Knight c4. I was sort of hoping he just have an oversight and not see that this traps the queen, but he played a5, which is what I expected, and it is the best move. The idea is to go knight a4, knight c5, and now, yeah, my dark squares are just horrible. I'd probably even be better if this was a dark square bishop, but sadly bishop cannot do that. Yeah, king f7, preserving the trap, but he's gonna see it. Yeah. And then at b5, honestly, sure, I just didn't want him to take taking or e4. I had bigger things to worry about, but I was worried about that. And now knight c5, let's see, queen c8. And here I took with the c pawn. This is not the best move. I thought taking with the a pawn here would be bad because you can go, yes, a6 stuff, although with b6. And I just thought, okay, if I take with the c pawn, I get my knight to c6. But yeah, the problem is c6 is actually very weak. So now I got very lucky here. He played knight takes a6 here. And I was like, what? Why can't I just take it? And then I realized, yeah, I have to take it, but he gets counterplay. And he is still better here. The engine says he's plus 3.6. Like queen d6, that's the best move. I was going to go with d8 here, but knight takes b7 is a nice tactic that does win here. Because if I take the queen, he takes back, and I'm losing my queen too. So, yeah. But he played knight takes a6 and offered me a chance. I calculated this. Now I got very lucky because I was taking a while to decide between this like queen d8, queen e8, and I think I chose the right one. I chose queen e. Let's see, why did I choose that actually? I think it's because I want to have, yeah, some control of the d file. Like I just thought after the exchanges, my queen would be better placed on d8, and also it doesn't block my rook. That's why. Then here my coach said g5 was better, and he's right, it is. But I didn't see it, so I played the second best move, knight g6. But he took my rook, which is kind of what he has to do. And yeah, the reason g5 is better is because I'm not wasting two tempi, but it's okay. So now I was kind of wondering if the exchange sacrifice was best. You're probably very confused what I'm talking about, but you'll know. So, or you will know. So bishop c4, and now I was pretty sure this is good for white. I didn't think I had to do it, but I don't see what else to do here because he's gonna get queen c5 in, and again, I'm still worse here. I'm not as good as I was before. And let's see, he's gonna get 4 pawns for the exchange. He is plus 1.0. Now I played queen d2, and obviously sacking exchange is not as good because the queen doesn't get to come in. Now rook a7, queen d6, and now I actually had a chance to get the advantage here. If you want to pause the video and find out what it is, feel free to do so. Wait, so if you found rook b8, congrats. I did not see that move, and if you see the idea, even better. So the idea is to go king f8 and then knight c8, trapping the rook. And it is trapped because it just doesn't have a square to move to. Let's see, e4, yeah, king f8, queen f4 used to take the pawn d4. So, but I played rook e8, which makes sense, although it didn't fit in the circle being on a7. So now I blundered here. We were both kind of getting into time pressure, and we both saw a very fortunate line. He doesn't have to take my queen though. And he took my queen, which is the automatic move, but with the one defending the queen is going to be much better. Because let's say he has two passed pawns, and the rooks are better than bishop and knight in an endgame, so yeah, that would have been great for him. And now if you're wondering why I didn't just move direct, this knight d3 forks. So, let's see. And here I thought I was running here until he snapped me back into reality and played rook c6. I thought I was losing now, but rook c8 is not a blunder, thankfully, because I have this, and now he defends the pawn. I take it, I fork. Alright, so what do you think the best move is here? You may have already seen the answer, but if you haven't, pause the video, maybe try to hide the solution. Alright, so if you said g5, great job. That is what I played, and now I'm actually winning. I was pretty sure this was winning for me, but I wasn't completely sure. So basic calculation says this is losing. King 3, h2. These my 5 pawns, only mine with queens. Now, I'm pretty sure the protected passed pawn should be winning for me. Yeah, let's see. f4, h3, and take on f4. Yeah. So, my knight can also get to c4, e5, and e5. Sorry, not that. c4, e5. So, that's winning. So he played this to check into the left move. Now, king e3, the idea is knight c4, king g7, there's king f4, and this is a draw, I think. Let me confirm. Yeah, it's a draw. This however is winning. If he goes king f2, I'm one tempo ahead. Okay, honestly, I just love the geometry here. Like, a knight and 2 pawns defeat a king and 4 pawns. If he moves this king to f5, let's say h3, king e3, same thing. And yeah, I win the pawn on f3. He has to push his pawns now. d6, king f7, king e3, and I play h3, king f2, h2. And now I play knight takes f3. Obviously, if he takes it, I promote. So d7, king e7, queen 2. Now I have to take it. h6, knight g5, king takes h2. I calculated this. I like if he moves back. I didn't even realize that he can't go too big, so I just took the pawn. But yeah, this is completely winning for me. And here is 9-2. This was an absolute crazy game. I was very happy to have won that. 4.5 out of 6, and 4 of my games were black, 2 were white. Interestingly enough, I actually played better with black this tournament. Not sure why. Maybe it's because my opponent tried to trick me as white and it didn't work. So let's just see. Pay attention to the position. Don't just play like a standard set of moves, regardless of what your opponent does, because it's not really one size fits all here. So yeah, honestly, just look for don't try to look for the most forcing moves. Look for, if you play one move threat like that, just see if there are any defenses that completely parry it. So yeah, just bishop f5 here. This can be better. I still like white here, but it's not as bad as the game. Now if we on bishop d4. So yeah, he did a great job here. So don't give your opponent any counterplay. Just block the counterplay. Like I can't even go c5 here because he just takes it. And knight b6. Again, great job by him. Knight a4. So if you see a way to attack your punch with ducks where you do it. Like here, if this a5 is usually not a good move here, but it is now because I just have no way to exploit it. And yeah, don't give your opponent any open lines in the f space. Like that was a huge mistake. After a6 b5, I'm not great, but I can play on here. Like a6 there's even b6, so I think if I'm not scared. Well, actually a6 b6 right now there's not b7, so Yeah. Even if I take it though, rook a1, he is much better here. Nobody's gonna say I'm better, but I I'm not losing like here. And knight six is a mistake. Sometimes you have to exchange queens here. I just wasn't looking for exchanges because I thought, okay, if there's one piece that I can make a comeback with, it's my queen, but I should have even been trying to make a comeback. I should have just been trying to find the best move. And here, biggest mistake by him, do not rush. When you are winning, don't rush. So now, if you just wait one more move, queen d6, you're just crushing. Like, there's no way to stop knight takes d7, actually. Knight d8, knight, actually, this knight, well, actually, knight d8, knight e6 is the knight, so yeah, it doesn't move immediately, but rook c3. Wait, no, not takes a6. Yeah, no, it's not takes a6. Yeah, just wait one more. If you had waited one more move, I would have lost. So when your opponent gives you a chance, take it. Don't, but don't get too overconfident. Here, I was reminding myself, Ethan, you made a good comeback, but don't let that cause you to relax. So, and look for force. Look for just more aggressive moves. Like don't when you take a move, look for a better one. Knight g6 is good. G5 is better. So I could have done this. Now queen c2. Let's see. Queen d6 h4 is gonna be good. Okay, there's also G. Actually, G4 is even better. I just wasn't thinking about opening up files, but they actually helped me more than him. And honestly, even if you try to stack, well, look for sacrifices here. With material imbalances, one sacrifices tend to be a bit more justified. Because now 4 pawns for a knight, that's gonna be really hard for me. Especially because these are pretty far advanced. They look for sacrifices. And when your opponent has a misplaced piece, try to exploit it. I tried to ignore, but if I tried to win it, I would have won much more smoothly. Yep. Never assume your opponent has to play any move. I think knight g6 is the best move. Okay, knight g6 or f5 are both good moves here. And knight g6, it's a blunder because he doesn't have to take it. And yeah, never assume you have to play a move either. That's from his point of view. And okay. Don't get too emotional like the shit. Thankfully, I calmed down and found the right move, but yeah, I freaked out for a second after rook c6. I thought it's just losing. I cannot take it because he takes back and I don't have a way to stop the pass pawn. So let's see. Okay, for yeah, and don't I guess I was expecting f4. F4 to me that made much more sense. G4, I think he was going for a draw here, but don't let your opponent play a breakthrough here. I common like pawns here, that's kind of a classic breakthrough because you have to now he has to give me a pass pawn here. That's gonna be good for me because my knight can do a better job of blockading his and my king is already closer. So yeah, breakthrough, that's one side that's gonna be good for you. You have a closer king and you can blockade the opponent's pawns. And yeah, honestly, I just love this geometry here. And I don't like geometry as a school subject, but on the chessboard, it is amazing. I don't think I'm ever gonna forget this game. And that was my video. Thank you all so much for watching. I will try to post more often. Next week is Thanksgiving break, so I'm gonna try to post 2 or 3 videos. And have a great day. And thank you so much for watching my videos. I saw one of them got 78 views, so keep it up, viewers. I really appreciate your support. Bye.